Hello everyone, thank you for joining us once again on the channel. I'd like to say a very big welcome to you all. Please do well to like, share and subscribe to our channel. On today's report, Inec moves against hacking, plans 117 billion naira technologies. Now, the Independent National Electoral Commission has planned to spend 117 billion naira on electoral technologies in line with its decision to deploy the bimodal voter accreditation system and the result viewing portal in the 2023 elections. Now, this came as the Commission is also investing in top-notch cybersecurity systems to ward off attacks by hackers against its servers, websites, and database. Now, the amount represents 33.4% of its 305 billion naira budget for the polls, according to the Inec election project plan for the 2023 elections, obtained by our correspondent on Wednesday. The Inec chairman, Mahmood Yakubu, had said that there was no going back on the Commission's vow to use technology, including the BVAS and the iRev portal in the forthcoming polls, despite protests by the presidential candidates and chieftains of a major political party. Now, he has also complained that the Commission's result viewing portal came under attack from hackers during the Ekiti and Osun governorship elections. The INEC chairman, who disclosed this at a stakeholders conference on election results management in Abuja, stated that our engineers reported several cyber attacks on the portal during the Ekiti and Osun governorship elections, some of them from as far as Asia. I am glad to know that all of them failed. We have tasked our engineers to do everything possible to fully protect the iRev and all our web resources. The electoral body's election plan indicates that the bulk of the 117 billion naira earmarked for technologies was spent on the procurement in foreign currency of a new voter enrollment and voter accreditation device meant to combine the functions of the direct data capture machine, the Z-pad and the smart card reader. It was also gathered that the Commission had also developed tight protocols against attacks on its cyber facilities. But the 2023 EPP, which provides the Commission and other electoral stakeholders with the template for the execution of roles, activities, and timelines for the planning and conduct of the 2023 general election, explained that the 305 billion naira election budget followed a thorough consideration and review of the budget proposals submitted by 23 departments and directorates, which was approved by the Election Project Plan Committee. The 2023 EPP was developed by a 33-member Election Project Planning Committee, inaugurated on June 10, 2021, with a mandate to undertake a review of the 2019 EPP, develop the 2023 EPP, and the required framework for its periodic monitoring and evaluation. It argued that the budget was based on the fundamental principle that elections must be efficient and cost-effective to deliver better value for money. The document read, of this amount, the Commission requires 161.9 billion naira for electoral operational and administrative costs, 117.1 billion for electoral technology cost, and 18.5 billion naira for electoral capital cost. The sum of 7.4 billion naira, that is 2.5% of the electoral operational and administrative, electoral technology and electoral capital cost, is set aside as contingency for unforeseen electoral expenses. It added, in nominal terms, this is an increase of 61.37% on the cost of conducting the 2019 elections. However, in real terms, the proposed budget for the 2023 general election is comparable to the expenditure on the 2015 and the 2019 general elections, taking into consideration the increased rate of the Consumer Price Index between 2015, 2019, and 2021, as well as the widening differentials in the foreign exchange rate. The combination of these two factors has direct implications for the domestic procurement of goods and services, as well as for the purchase of offshore electoral equipment and materials. Added to this is the cost element of adhering to the public health requirements and protocols occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, according to Inec, another major expenditure item on the election budget is the election logistic expenses for the movement, deployment, and retrieval of personnel and materials to and from the various election locations across the country. It stated that the huge cost associated with this activity was due to the Commission's adherence to the safety and health measures associated with the conduct of elections within the context of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, the electoral body noted this meant significant increase in the number of registration area centers, which serve as the overnight camp for election officials on the eve of election, as well as for vehicles, boats, and motorcycles to be hired by the Commission for the transportation of election personnel. The Commission's continued efforts to protect the security and the sanctity of the sensitive materials, including the ballot papers and result sheets, by producing them to the highest standards and quality is another heavy cost item in the budget. The other top expenditure item is the personal cost for the recruitment and the deployment of at least 4 election officers to the 176,846 polling units nationwide, and for the required number of collation officers, supervisory presiding officers, and returning officers. So also is the cost of procurement, storage, and distribution of strategic logistic items and non-sensitive election materials, and for the conduct of nationwide continuous voter registration exercise. Now, the Commission further disclosed that the budget was considered based on the average cost per registered voter index, the cost per voter for the election based on a projected voting population of 100 million registered voters, estimated to be $5.39. Well, that is it on the details of today's report. Until we'll come your way next time with more news happenings around the country. Do well to stay safe. Bye-bye.